So many times when we eat our food, we find ourselves in a generation, in time where eating has become something that we do like on the go. You find when I was studying, I lived in a country where it was common and it was very, very common to see people on the trains having their dinner. There have been times that I've been traveling and I've seen people so many times enjoying their dinner on the go, which is nice, which is amazing because we are in a fast-paced world. Life is busy, we don't have much time, we constantly want to maximize on the little time that we have within the 24 hours that we have on a day-to-day basis. But that comes at a cost in itself because most of the time we don't get to enjoy our food. We don't give ourselves enough time to be able to break down the food, to enjoy the flavors, to enjoy the time, and also to enjoy just being there present with the food. And so we live in a place, in a society, in a moment, in times where we are constantly pacing, we're constantly rushing, we have deadlines to beat, we have so many things happening around us that food has lost the time of enjoyment. And so most of the time I usually think about food and I'm like, Claire, we need to learn to slow down. We need to learn to go back to the basics. We need to learn to enjoy and have those bit size, like kind of biting our food, kind of allowing the food to do its thing so that we are able to enjoy the flavors. We are able to live, to kind of feel the moment as we eat. One of the ways that I found that is easy for us to do that is actually through mindful eating. What is mindful eating? It's just being present in the moment as you're eating. So when you're eating, you take away all the disruptions, all the distractions, and the things that will want to draw your attention in the moment that you are eating. Mindful eating is being present as you're eating. It might involve switching off your devices. Did you hear me right? Yes, switching off your mobile phone, your TV, wherever it is, and just being present together with your food. If you're mindful of the time when you're eating, you'll be able even to feel the different taste, the smell, the savor of the food, and you'll be able to enjoy every single bite. When you're practicing mindful eating, you might also want to try to think about the bite sizes, how you're biting your food, how your food is tasting, how your food is smelling, etc. But you can only practice that if you're present and available in the moment with your food. And so tomorrow, which is going to be day 12 of the challenge, we are challenging ourselves to practice mindful eating. What do I mean with that? I've already mentioned being present in the moment and in the opportunity that you have as you have the food, switching off all the disruptions, all the distractions, and anything that will want to interfere with your moment of eating and enjoying your dinner. And so all the foods. And so tomorrow the challenge is when you're having your food, I don't know what time you're gonna be eating. If you're practicing intermittent fasting as a residual from today's activity, when you start to eat and refeeding time, just taking a pause. Once the food is served, allow the food to come on the table, take a minute to pause. Give thanks to God for providing for you, and then after that, just sit down and enjoy every single bite. They usually say once you've eaten your food, when it gets into your mouth, just counting down. Maybe as you're biting, don't know whether it's 20 bites or whatever, just like 1, 2, 3. So you are kind of present, kind of allowing yourself to enjoy the moment, to allow yourself to kind of just switch on the moment, concentrate on your food, concentrate on your plate. If you have a family as well, just taking that time to catch up with them, but also taking the time to ensure that you are there, you are present in the moment. And so if you want to learn a little bit more about mindful eating, I've done a whole video on mindfulness during eating when we did a challenge in the past, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be linking that in the description box below, so that if you want to take a bit of a time to kind of understand, I've broken it down so nicely in such a way that you can be able to know the practice of mindfulness when you're eating. I've broken down how you can do that, and that's something that I will link in the description box below. So if you want to take a look at that, that would be helpful, that would be great, because it gives you the opportunity to recap, it gives you the opportunity to understand why you need to practice mindfulness, how you can practice mindfulness, reasons why you need to practice mindfulness, and that will be really something that you can look out for. And so just kind of anything that you'll be eating tomorrow, just getting that time and saying, I'm gonna switch off if it's whatever that it is, because we tend to overeat because we are not present in the moment with the food as we should be present with the food. And so when you're switching off all the things that are not supposed to be part of your eating, are not supposed to be part of your journey in the moment, it's giving yourself that time to enjoy the meal, it's giving yourself that time to be present with the meal, it's giving you that time to enjoy the flavors, it's giving you that time as well to be able to allow the food to break down. You know the chews that you're doing before you are able to break the food down and let it do its thing. So for the challenge tomorrow, which is day 12 of the challenge, we are challenging yourselves to be mindful with our eating, to be intentional, to be present as we are eating, to be intentional, to look after how many bites, count them if need be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that you are kind of in a way giving yourself, piecing it out. And once you finish eating, maybe just take a couple of minutes to sit down on the dinner table and just be grateful again, and just sit down and relax, sit down and just take the moment. Don't hurry it. It's food is meant for enjoyment. Even if you're in a rush, that might be another 10 minutes on top of your time, just to give you times to kind of in a way say to myself, I'm gonna switch off, this is my time to spend enjoying food. And to be honest, you are what you eat. And so what you eat makes a whole difference, determines so many things. And so why not enjoy it? You've spent so many times, a lot of hours trying to prepare that meal. And somebody mentioned the other day, it can take up to 8 hours planning for a meal, executing it and cooking it, etc. You don't want to spend 8 hours of your time thinking about your food only to rush it through 2 or 3 minutes because you want to rush and watch football, you want to rush and do this, do that, do the other thing. So the challenge is we are going back to basics, allowing ourselves to say, I'm going to be present in the moment, I'm gonna stay here, listen to myself as I bite my food and enjoy every single minute and every single bite. And so that was day 12 of the challenge. As always, if this has been helpful to you, or if you're part of this journey, why not just let us know? I've seen so many of you joining the tribe over the last couple of weeks, and I just want to officially welcome you and say you're welcome, feel at home. And if you're still there, and if you're thinking maybe you might be helpful, how can we help this lady keep doing what she's doing? You might just want to click that like, share, or subscribe button. It will go a long way in supporting what we're doing. My prayer for you is that you will prosper and be in good health this year as never before, even as your souls prosper. And my desire is that you will know you are highly celebrated, appreciated, and loved. And as you continue to support what we're doing, or even as you continue just doing life, that's the most important thing. I pray that your body will prosper. I pray that you will be in good health, even as your souls prosper. And I hope to see you again tomorrow when I bring the content for day 13, which will be on Sunday. As I mentioned, we are doing this week the challenging our physical well-being, and so because of that, I bring the content the day before. Next week we are transitioning into something different, and I will be able to change into something different the way I deliver the content. But don't worry about it, as long as we hit the end, which is gonna be in a couple of more days to go. We still have got around 28 days. That feel a little bit like far away, but hey, before you realize, the challenge will be over and you'll be thinking about something else. Until next time, have a great evening. God bless and much love. Goodbye.